I wish that I could be like the cool kids, 'cause all the cool kids, they seem to fit in. What? That's what he's totally thinking. Okay.
Okay, this is Lars and the
Cool Kids. Which is kind of a throwback to Lars and the Real Girl. I think that's what they're trying. I think that's the reference in the title. Because there's another episode in Gravity Falls that makes fun of that title. Also, okay. So what to talk about besides plot?
Well, we get another hint that the gems have another ability. They can apparently store stuff in their gem or something because Pearl somehow summons or
Summons
pulls out
police
tape.
Which is weird. I don't know why she has police, or I don't even know if she stores police tape. I think she just like teleported it somewhere.
I don't know.
But the most important
It's
thing
one of the two, though.
The most important thing is we get to know more about Rose Quartz, and that apparently not only was she, I think she's a bit of a pacifist from what I'm hearing,
Yeah.
and a bit of a nature lover, which is good. So she planted a bunch of stuff. She planted moss, magic moss,
That some might find gross and weird, but she
loved
finds beauty in
and everything.
anything. Everything.
Yeah. She took care of it.
Which explains her relationship with Greg.
Mhm.
Just kidding.
She took care of it and everything, but now that she's gone, the moss kind of grew out of control because there's nobody really left to do anything with it.
Tend to it, right.
Yeah. So all they really can do, they can't destroy it, and they can't really get rid of it because it'll just grow back. So they just contain it with police tape.
Because that always works.
Yep. But because Pearl tends to think that we live in a day and age where the youth are okay with society, where they of keep cool.
Obey police tape.
No.
And don't dare cross it ever.
This isn't the 1950s, Pearl. This isn't. It's not going to work like
Sorry, there are rebels in the world. So Stephen goes downtown to get a pee and get a pizza.
So and he finds Lars
And
standing outside, apparently not at work,
acting all cool and just we don't find out what he's doing there until
he wants to. He's trying to fit in, but he's doing it the wrong way. Instead of just like going up to people and talking to them, he wants to be noticed.
he wants to be noticed, play it cool, and
Kind of like
he wants to be noticed by the cool kids.
Yeah, this is our first glimpse at the cool kids. We already met. Well, Kiki's not officially part of the cool kids, but we get to meet her older sister, Jenny. We get to meet Onion's brother, Sour Cream, and
Who has a thing for raves, apparently.
yeah, he's a DJ apparently.
Yeah, we all find that out in
Okay, anyway,
some
but he
other
likes raving,
time.
so technically he could do that. He likes the techno music.
Yep.
And the other
There's
one,
nothing wrong with that. I like that kind of music sometimes.
the other one is Mayor Dewey's son named Buck, who, and I kind of caught this the first time that they kind of look like the Crystal Gem sort of. Buck looking like Garnet with he has sunglasses that look like
Buck.
visors,
Buck look like
and he talks like this a lot.
Yeah, Buck as Garnet, Sour Cream as Pearl, except
And Jenny is Amethyst. So yeah, they have those personalities straight up, just more as like teenagers. Well, not even tropes. I don't think I found any tropes in there. Do you?
not really.
No, for the most part. Not like
But
obvious Big Hero 6 tropes with the teenagers. No, not really.
Not really, because we have the
You have to have the nerdy guy. You have
The
to have
cool,
the
relaxed-
guy. You got to have
you
the
have
happy,
the cool, relaxed guy. You have the guy who
the nerdy guy,
rocks out to music.
the stoner guy. And then you have to have the happy-go-lucky, manic pixie dream girl kind of girl, and which I don't see here, thankfully.
Yeah, you have to have that
And-
or the hot girl, or however you want to say
No,
it.
they're all different in their own way, which I like. So, and since Lars doesn't do jack about it, Steven goes over there and talks to them like a normal person would, get their attention, get them to go in their car with this cool pizza car, which and just drive off wherever.
Yep. Lars thinks that Steven is being too much of a dork.
Well, he always thinks that. Lars isn't exactly. He's going through the. I'm not trying to defend him at all, but I kind of understand where he's coming from. Because we've all kind of gone through that awkward phase where we just hate everybody, even the people who care for us the most, or the people who don't know us yet. I mean, he's trying his hard, but he's doing it the wrong way.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can't blame him for being a jerk, but I can't defend him either because those kind of people kind of get to me. They get on my nerves, and I just want them to just figure it out already. This is not how you're supposed to act in public.
The overly cool state of mind people are
the honest kind, they don't really care. Well, I mean, except for the police tape later on, but for the most part, they seem to have this cool vibe, the cool, like, relaxed, aloof, zen sort of thing going on, and they're just like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Lars's style as the way he is, and how, I can understand him, but there are plenty of times where I can't exactly.
Yeah, you want to smack him in the back of the head. I do too, trust me.
And I kind of looked ahead earlier because I was bored.
Yeah, he's seen a few other episodes, which we'll not get to until
there's a few reasons why I just want to slap him across the face.
With this.
We'll get to one of them very, very soon.
Mm-hmm.
And his attitude can be frustrating, but I can understand dealing with incredibly upbeat, preppy people. But Steven's not always like that.
No, I keep saying this. He's still a kid. He's 12, and I don't know how old Lars is. 16, 17. I have no clue.
Something like that.
Somewhere around that. But he's got to understand that he's not gonna understand everything.
Yeah.
So they go to Dead Man's Cave. Dead
Man's Mouth.
Dead Man's Mouth, because I don't know if it looks like a mouth or if somebody was murdered there, but whatever.
Yeah.
So they the police tape's still there, but they just rip it off and go in whatever.
Yep. And Steven tries to say, no, let's not. Let's go back to the boardwalk. Nope.
Well, if they don't go in, there's no episode.
Yep.
And he's a kid, so obviously, you're just afraid. Well, you wait here, we'll go have fun. So they go swimming, and then the moss kind of just devours them, and yeah.
Yep, it pretty much engulfs them. They're completely covered in the moss. They try and swim back, but the moss wins.
So Steven tells them about, not Lars about.
Steven says that it's the moss his mom planted.
Which Lars does not give a shit about, but he doesn't know the whole thing. That's another thing. He doesn't know everything about Steven, or his mom for that matter, so he openly insults her to him.
Yep.
Which is one of the hardest scenes I've ever seen.
I'm not gonna go ahead and say what he says, but he says something insulting, and just the picture of Steven's face, if we could bring that up.
His pupils get smaller.
Get smaller, and just his expression, just how it's
and then it cuts back to Lars
put together. It was just.
It cuts back to Lars like, oh shit.
Steven just goes off on him.
What do you know about my mom? I didn't even get to know my mom.
And
he starts tearing up. And he openly admits, you can be a jerk. So I love you, but you can still be a jerk. Okay, so I just so Steven is basically his mom. That if she can find the beauty in everyone, he can too. That's why he's so nice. And he's being so nice to this jerk of a guy, and he's not cutting him anything. And he still hangs around him.
Shows you about Steven.
Yeah, he doesn't give up on anyone. which I
Even
like.
this asshole.
So yeah, all right, I'm upset with you, but we still gotta do this thing. So let's just drive up that mountain, and we'll see what happens when
The moss was made there. It should go there, and when they finally get to the mountain, all of them are getting covered in the
moss.
thick moss, and when
They
when it sounds like Lars is gonna say, "Steven,
yeah, he's
sorry,"
like,
or something.
He's about to apologize, Steven. This sucks. Sun comes out. The moss just wanted to bloom, so it becomes these like rose quartz flowers. They look like the cherry petals, sort of, with what looks like her gem in the middle of it.
Yeah, and that is a beautiful touch on that.
I like the visuals. I like the music that plays in there. And that's basically it. I guess the kids accept. Well, they like Steven. I don't know if they accept. They kind of accept Lars, but he's not like a permanent addition to that group.
He's
At least as far as I know.
Yeah, he's a bit too much of a dick. Or something.
But they don't call him out on that. Only Steven does.
Yep. Anyway.
Yeah, but I think that's basically it. I mean, I don't know much about the cool kids besides their personalities and stuff. I don't know if they have any other traits as much. We don't see
We'll
them
find
again
that out later.
I guess. I just don't. I mean, I like them. I just don't know them. Like even I got to know Petey a little bit, even though we don't see him ever. I mean, on the rare occasions. So
yeah,
basically.
All right, this was a good one. High five.
Okay, we're done.
Die guy Roberto.
Remember. I wish that I could be like the cool kids. All the cool. What? It's catchy.